I am headed to the bookstore. We are doing an impromptu little, well, it's going to be mostly a book haul. I don't know how many I'm actually going to buy today, but I did buy a few the other day. I don't know how much I'll record in the actual store, maybe a little bit. That's why I've got my little, you can't see it, but I've got my little DJI pocket camera with me, because I don't know, I'm kind of in the mood to like film and bookshop and just see what we get up to. It is extremely hot out today, like 90 degrees. There's a heat advisory out, and the AC in my car is broken. So we are taking my husband's faithful steed. So if the car looks different, that's why. But yeah. We're gonna go to Barnes, probably get a fun drink, either a bubble tea near there, or I probably don't need another coffee. I don't know. We'll probably get a fun drink. We'll see what we get up to. Oh shoot, I just realized I forgot my pods that I need to drop off at Staples inside. I probably should go, should I go get those? No, I can do that another time. I'm gonna do that another day. I have no idea what's on the agenda, like buying wise. I don't know what I'm in the mood to buy. I don't know if I'm gonna buy a lot of books. You know, it goes either way. Like every time I'm there, I either buy a bunch or nothing, or like 2 books. It's different every time. But I think I kind of want to replenish my romance TBR a little bit. And I did get an email today from Barnes that they're doing like a 50% off, buy one get one 50% off all romance paperbacks. So we'll see if that's like an in-store deal or not. This is the outfit. Tank top, shorts, keeping it simple. But I felt really cute, so that's probably part of the reason why I feel like filming. Let's get going. We are back. I have a fun drink in hand. I got a strawberry milk bubble tea with just like the regular tapioca balls. It's delicious. My ice is already melted. Ice did not make it home with me. We have a fun, exciting book haul. I did end up getting more than I bargained for. I kind of went a little bit crazy, and most of the books that I got weren't even really on my radar. So this will be an interesting one. I'm also going to include a couple of books that I have recently picked up, not in today's haul. Like I didn't pick them up at the bookstore today, but they're going to be part of today's haul. So let's start with the ones I bought today, and we're just gonna go right off the top of the stack. So one of the ones that I absolutely did not even have on my radar really, but I have recently been hearing good things about is Nightshade. This cover is so pretty, by the way, in like metallic, by Autumn Woods. I don't know if I've ever read anything by this author, but other than the cover getting me, it said Sorrow Song University, book 1. And something about me is I love a good like university, school, magical setting. This was in the romance section, but I don't know if there's magic in this one actually. The cover's just like giving fantasy. I really don't know much about this. It says pretty much university got me, and then it also says isolated in the Scottish Highlands, Sorrow Song University only welcomes students from the most powerful families. Okay, yeah, so I think this is magic. Ophelia doesn't belong, but a rare scholarship grants her the opportunity to investigate her parents' accidental death near the castle grounds. Her plan, keep her head down and punish those responsible. The last thing she needs is to wind up in a mafia war or step on the toes of actual royalty. Things get off to a rocky start when she runs afoul of the mysterious Alex Corbo Green, son of her prime suspect. As far as she's concerned, he is a younger version of his billionaire father, a monster hiding behind a beautiful facade. She realizes she may be able to survive Sorrow Song on her own. It's Alex who becomes her ally and alibi for murder. Okay, so never mind. I don't think this is magic at all. This is more like prestigious school, mystery, murder, university. Yeah, kind of like Dark Academia, I guess. Which, I don't know. It just, the university got me. Again, the cover, the good things that I have recently, very recently been hearing. I saw it, I picked it up, I threw it on the stack. So that's that one. I've just been like lately, I don't know, in the mood for something different, something that, because I feel like lately I've only been reading books that have been on my radar for a very long time and not really going and just like picking up a book that I haven't heard much about or haven't heard anything about. I haven't done that in so long. So today was kind of more about that. And this next one is one that I've literally heard nothing about, and that is Mistakes We Never Made. And this cover is so beautiful and summery, and that's kind of what obviously attracted me. And there's a blurb on here from Abby Jimenez. It says a fun, fast, epic rom-com. Love that. And Hannah Brown, I did not realize until I looked at the back. Hannah Brown, is this focusing? Do we all remember her from Bachelorette? Because I looked at the back and I was like, oh wait, I totally forgot she writes books. So again, I can't remember if I've read anything by her yet, but I am really intrigued by the cover, by the fact that it's by Hannah Brown, and also the back got me. It says, Emma Townsend can sum up her situationship with hot as hell romantic red flag Finn Hughes in one word, almost. They almost dated in high school, they almost hooked up after college, they almost took things too far one magical night, and now they just kind of can't stand each other, like it all. But this weekend one of their mutuals is getting married, so there's a wedding situation, love that. Emma's doing a stellar job of playing it cool until the bride goes missing. Now, with 2 days before the wedding, Emma and Finn are hitting the road together. So there's a road trip, hoping to salvage someone else's happily ever after. Yet somewhere between Emma's breakfast burrito throwdown, a high-stakes kayak chase, and an outrageous Vegas detour, these sworn enemies are crossing more than just state lines. This sounds really fun and like the perfect little summer read. So again, one that I did not have on my radar, have not heard anything about. The synopsis got me, the cover got me. I read like a little bit of the first page and that got me. So I'm really excited for this one. I think I can foresee myself reading this within the next 2 months before summer is over. Yeah, I'm in the mood for summer books. So there's that one. I'm just obsessed with the colors of the cover. Anyway, this next one is one that kind of has been on my radar. I didn't like officially add it to my want to read list on Goodreads yet, but I have been kind of eyeballing it up every time I see it at the bookstore, and that is, drum roll please, Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. Now, I have not read anything by her. I know that Kingdom of the Wicked is kind of like the prequel series to these kind of, but they're YA, and they each follow a different like Prince of Hell. I think that's right, correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm just, except for the YA series that I'm already in the middle of, I am always very hesitant to start like new YA series just because, I don't know, like they just are either very hit or miss for me, and I've been very in the mood for like more adult books, adult fantasy. So I'm really excited that she now has an adult series. Now this one, what I know about this one is that it follows the Prince of Envy. It says, a dark prince battling an impossible curse. The Prince of Envy has never claimed to be a saint, but when a cryptic note arrives signaling the beginning of a deadly game, there's a game afoot. He knows it'll take more than a hint of sin to win and save his falling demon Cort, though none of his meticulous plans prepare him for her, the frustrating artist who ignites his sin like no other. I've heard it's spicy. I've heard there's like, you're looking for clues, you're doing this game, and that kind of gives me like Phantasma Enchantra vibes, and I love those. So I'm very excited to give this one a shot. Also, Miss Sarah Caroli has a blurb in here, which is very exciting, and the cover. As always, I am a sucker for a good cover, and this is beautiful. So that is the third book that we got. I also feel like I always sense like a pattern. Like every time I do a haul, for some reason the spines and like colors kind of go together. I never plan that, but it's fun. The next couple books that I got were kind of on my radar. The first one being Cinder, because I did finish this, like I said, on my road trip recently. So, and I couldn't pass this cover up. Like, hello, I need this trophy on my shelf because I read it and I liked it. And it's like a soft touch cover. It's just absolutely beautiful. This is a YA sci-fi series. It's like a Cinderella retelling. She's a cyborg, that kind of a thing, and it's really, really good. And while I was in the bookstore, I actually started talking to a couple of girls who were in there and like made friends, and one of them was saying that she's read this entire series, and that each one follows a different like fairy tale retelling. And so I'm very excited because while I was looking at these, I had a couple people tell me like how much they love this series. I am definitely going to be continuing. I had to get book number 1 because I've already read it and it's gorgeous, and then obviously because I've already read book 1, I also picked up the second in the series, which is Scarlet Tada. She's gorgeous. And I think this one is like a Red Riding Hood retelling. This one, I think the more that I read the synopsis, the more I realized it does linearly, is that a word? Linearly whatever. It linearly follows after Cinder, because at first I thought they were separate stories, but the synopsis says Cinder, the cyborg mechanic, returns in the second thrilling installment of the best-selling Lunar Chronicles. I won't read the rest because I don't want to give anything away, but I'm excited to be back in this world. This was just like a really fun, dystopian, futuristic world, super easy to read, lots going on. So yeah, when I'm in the mood for something like that, I will be continuing the series. I just love these covers too. This one I did not realize was out yet, but she's one of my auto-buy authors. You might know who this is because I've mentioned that she's one of my auto-buy authors multiple times, and that is Lana Ferguson. And I did not realize Overruled was already out. I don't know how I keep like missing the dates for these releases. The cover is very cute. I love the colors, the spine. And this one, again, I knew nothing about it other than I'm gonna read it because it's Lana Ferguson. But it says, two divorce lawyers determined to share only beds and not hearts discover that love is something that can't be overruled in this steamy contemporary romance by Lana Ferguson. Follows Danica Pierce. She has one great love in her life, work. As one of the top divorce lawyers in Austin, Danny lets her caseload keep her warm at night and has no problem being married to her job, not when love only ends in her. When the biggest case of her career gives her a shot at making partner, it seems like nothing can possibly stand in her way, except for her infuriating secret she's sleeping with the enemy. Ezra Hart is known for his charm both in and out of the courtroom. In the matter of winning Danica Pierce's heart, however, he's been far less successful. Okay, so this is like, not one night stand, but like friends with benefits turned lovers, it sounds like. Workplace also, some type of like rivalry maybe. So yeah, again, knew nothing about this other than I love Lana Ferguson and I'm going to read it at some point. That is the 6th book that I bought. And the final one that I bought for today is Nightbane by Alex Astor, which will be me continuing the Lightlark series. Is that even what it's called? I don't know if that's the actual like series name. But anyway, I did read Lightlark and really enjoyed it recently. Again, love the covers of this entire series. They're so pretty. This is another just like really easy YA series to read and to get into and follow along with. And so I don't think I'll have to do like a ton of recap in order to jump right into this. Like I read the first page at the bookstore and realized I could probably jump right back in. So that kind of solidified me getting this one today. So yeah, all the books that I got today, let's go through them. So, hold on, can you see them all? Yeah. We have continuing a series, auto by author, continuing a series, already read, and then we have 3, well this one was kind of on my radar, and then 2 like wild cards. Those were today's purchases. How many did I actually buy? 7, and I've only already read 1, so yeah, we're definitely adding a decent amount to the TBR. But you know what, it's okay, I haven't really done like a big book haul like this in a while, so I feel okay with it. The other books that I bought the other day that I don't think I've really shown on here yet, let me get them. The last time I went book shopping, I bought 3 books, and one of them was Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. I got the Target edition because I really wanted these edges. I told myself if I saw a copy of this at Target with these edges, I was gonna buy it. And they only had 1 left, so it worked out perfectly. And I did just actually finish this literally this morning, and it was cute. Very silly, goofy, cheesy, very unserious vibes. So if you're in the mood for like a summery, super goofy rom-com, I would recommend this. But I gave it 3 stars just because it was a little like over the top cheesy to me at sometimes. Had me cringing a little bit. My cringe meter was going off a bit. However, I do think if you go into this knowing how cheesy it is and how heavy on the rom-com it is, I think that you will have a fun time. So I did just read this. I love, once again, the cover. This was another recent purchase. And on the same day that I got that, I also got One Golden This Summer by Carly Fortune. Now, the only other book I've read by Carly Fortune was, which one was it? I think it's like her first one. Was it Every Summer After? I don't know. But that one was like, okay. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It wasn't my favorite. It didn't like stick with me. However, I have been hearing such good things about this one that I had to give it a shot. And this, again, the cover, hello, it's giving summer, it's giving lake. I'm obsessed. So I do think, I have a strong feeling that this could be a high rating. Here's the other thing, don't be mad at me, but I don't think I'm gonna read the one that comes before this because I just want to read this one. Like I just really want to jump into this one. I probably wouldn't have picked this up if I felt like I had to read the first one before this. And I've seen differing opinions on that. Some people say, oh yeah, you have to understand Charlie in this one, like read the book before where he's in it. And I get that, I really do, but a couple other people have told me that there is no reason to do that. Like if you just want to read this one, you totally can and you'll understand and get the vibes. So that's what I'm gonna do. Again, I know nothing other than there's something about a lake, and like when she was younger, her name's Alice, when she was younger she took a photograph and it had Charlie in it. Yeah, Charlie was 19 when Alice took this photo. So this has a lot to do with like photographs and stuff and like capturing moments in time, nostalgia, I've heard. And anyway, they see each other again many years later, and then a romance ensues, and I just think the setting and the vibes of this are going to be absolutely perfect. Being someone who lives near a lot of lakes, I'm very excited for this one. So I also got that one. And then on that same day, this was another like impulse buy. I got the Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by, who is this even by? Bridget Knightley. Now this one is another one where the cover completely got me, as well as just like seeing this a lot on Bookstagram and just people writing it and reading it and enjoying it. And I also am, again, I'm not sure about this, I think this might have been inspired by a fan fiction or like started out as a fan fiction. I'm not really sure about that. Look at the end paper artwork. Beautiful. And then the book itself is like pink and black. So pretty. Impulse buy, like I said, again, the cover got me. And I've heard this is like a romantic-y, like rom-com. Loyalties are tested in this slow burn, enemies to lovers romantasy following an assassin and a healer, love that, forced to work together to cure fatal disease while resisting the urge to kill each other, or worse, fall in love. So yeah, that's all I'll read of the synopsis on that, but very intrigued. I'm just like really happy that with my stack here I have kind of a bunch of books that are, like I said, wild cards and haven't really been on my radar, because sometimes I get too regimented in like only buying books that I feel like I know a lot about them. So I'm excited. Are there any other newer books that I've recently bought that I haven't brought up with you guys? I know these ones are all, I've already gone over all those. I don't know if I've shown this in a recent haul. But another recent one that I got is the Grimmoire Grammar School by, the Grimmoire Grammar School Parent Teacher Association by Caitlin Rozakis. Again, cute edges. And this one's really giving me, like, I want to read this in September vibes, because it's giving me like start of the school year, you know, with the PTA and stuff. And I think I'm gonna buddy read this with my friend Kayla. I bought her a copy as well, because we both saw it at the bookstore and we're highly intrigued. So I'm very excited for this. Again, I don't even really know what it's about other than it's gonna be like a rom-com, cozy, fantasy thing set in school. Oh, someone said Harry Potter meets Gilmore Girls. Seriously, what's not to like? So I'm excited. And that's all I'm gonna say about that one. That one's also fairly new. Left of Forever is a newer one that I bought, but I already read it. Check out my my most recent what I read on vacation road trip vlog, or not vlog, recap. That one I go into depth about this one, but this is another very recent purchase. Is that it? I think that might be it. There's a few other ones like Problematic Summer Romance I bought within the last couple months, but I already read it. I think I read that in a vlog, so I think that pretty much catches us up. Definitely done some damage in the last couple of months, but it's okay because I feel like May and like June up until right now I haven't really been going crazy anymore, so this is just basically a refilling, a recharge of my TBR, if you will. So I'm gonna show you the stack because I think it looks pretty. Ta-da! She's pretty. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the books I've been buying. Hopefully I won't be buying a ton more. I know that this upcoming week The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst comes out, and that's also a cozy fantasy. It's the second one after The Spell Shop, which I also really loved, so I probably will be getting that, if not on release day, very soon as well. So just pretend that that's a part of this haul as well. But yeah, I think with that, I'm gonna leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like watching book hauls, book shopping videos, let me know down below in the comments. Also, let me know what was like the last book that you purchased or the last book that you received. I love to see people's book mail and hear about it. So that's all I have, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I will catch you next time. Bye.